In this 150 top interview question series, today we are going to solve merge sorted array question. So what is given in this question? We have been given two arrays, num1 and num2. Both are in non-decreasing order. Both are present in increasing order. We have to merge them and put it in one array which should also be sorted. And we have to try that we can do this approach within order of n plus m time. These are the constraints that are provided for this question on LeetCode. There are many approaches using which we can solve this question. First approach that we will look into is brute force approach. So brute force approach means the basic approach that we can apply to solve any question. So what somebody can come up with is that simply combine num1 and num2 in num3 array, or even we can combine this in num1 array only, because value of m is given. M means the number of elements that are present in array 1. N is the number of elements present in num2. So here are 3 elements present. So m value is 3, and here also 3 elements are there. So n value is 3. So it is the number of elements in the array. So what we can do is, after m elements, we can add these n elements into num1, which is the brute force approach. After adding elements, we can simply sort the array. After sorting, the result that we will get is this array. We will sort it in increasing order. So this is the brute force approach. We can easily code it, and it will take order of n log n time, because in sorting an array we will take n log n time. But the task is that we want to reduce the complexity of this question by order of m plus n. So to achieve this, we have to follow some other approach. The second approach using which we can reduce the time complexity to order of m plus n times is using merge sort technique. So what we do in merge sort is, already sorted arrays we merge in a way that we don't have to sort them, but what we do is we will take another array, temp array, and we will take two pointers, pointer I, pointer j. I will point to array num1, j will point to array num2, and same way there will be one pointer for temp array as well. So what we will do is we will check if num of I is less than num of j. What we will do is, simply in temp of k we will assign it num of I, and simply we will increment the value of I, and we will also increment the value of k. And if this is not the case, if num I is not less than num j, that means num j value is lesser, so that same value you will be assigning in temp of k. You will be assigning num2 value in temp of k. So the basic logic is, my I value is here, I equals to 0, 1, and here is my j. So I will compare num1 of I and num2 of j. So initially my I value is 0, j value is also 0. So what I am comparing is, I am comparing this one and this two. Which one is smaller? This first one is smaller. So if it is smaller, I will add this in my temp value and I will increment the value of k. So k will be 1, and similarly I will increment I value, but I will not increment j value. Here I will go, both are not lesser, not equal. So what we can do is, simply here, rather than less than, we can also put a equal to sign, so that even if it is equal to, we can add a value. And then increment the value of I value will be 2 here on 3. J is still on 0, k we are incrementing to 2. Then the next which values we are comparing is 3 and 2. Which one is smaller? J value is smaller. So now we are adding this j value here. So k we will increment and j we will increment. K you will increment every time, but whichever value you are adding, that I or j you will increment. This way you will surely get full array which is sorted. So now the comparison is between 3 and 5. 3 is smaller. So I will add 3 here, and I will simply increment I to next value. We have to make sure that I should be less than equal to m, and similarly less than m, and j should be less than n. We have to keep on running this program while I is less than m and j is less than n. The 3 is there. Now I is equal to m, so we will stop I value. Simply whatever is present in j, we will add all the remaining values of j here. Once I comparison is complete, we will keep all the j values at the end because they are greater. So that means after this comparison we have done, what we have to make sure is both the arrays are empty. If any array is having any value, we have to simply copy it to k. right? So what you have to do is you have to write here while I is less than m, simply in temp of k. I'm writing a rough code, okay? You should understand only the logic part, so that you can write the code yourself also. And then while j is less than n, temp of k is equal to num2 j and k plus plus j plus plus. So this way we will get sorting done in order of m plus n time, but space complexity will also be there. Space complexity will also be order of m plus n, because we are comparing two arrays. We are combining two array size of m plus n size. So this approach is good, but it is taking extra space. So we are going forward to third approach, where we are doing in place merge. We are not taking extra space. No extra space is there. Okay, let's see how we can solve this. So the previous approach that I presented you here, this was kind of two-pointer approach, where we are taking two pointers on two arrays, comparing the values, whichever is the smaller value we are keeping, and then whatever are the remaining values we are putting it in a temp array, but we needed extra space. So in this approach, we are also using pointers, but this approach of pointers is called as backward two-pointer approach. So backward two-pointer approach means all the pointers that we are putting on this array, we will take from the end. We will not take from the beginning, and we will try to merge the array in num1 only with extra zeros here. So this array we will use. So first pointer we are going to take is last pointer, which will be m plus n minus 1. That will point to this last element. So, and then we are taking one pointer which is I, that is m minus 1, which will point to this 3, and j pointer will point to 6, which will be n minus 1. Sorry. Here we will compare values from the end. Whichever value is greater, we will add it at the end point. What we are going to do is, we are comparing last two values. Whichever is the greater value, we will put it here. So let's see how we will do, what is the algorithm and how it will work. See, we are starting from last, so we will check while it is going till 0. Both the pointers are 0, till then we will run. So what we are saying is, if num1 of I is greater than num2 of j, because we are comparing from last, so we have to check the greater value. So we are saying in num1 only, in the last value, put that number. Whichever is the greatest number, add it to the last, this point, because this is the correct place of that number. And simply do I minus 1. I equal to I minus 1. And in else part, what you have to do is, we will say num1 last equals to num2 j value. So if num1 is not greater, then num2 is greater, then put that value at the last and decrement the value of j. Clear? Let's see how it will work. So right now, what is the value of I? M minus 1, which is 2, j value is 2, and last value is m plus n minus 1, which is 5. So I will keep here num1 value, and I will show you how it is going to work. So this is the num1 array, and what are the indexes to it? It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are indexes. Right now, this is my last value, this is my I value, and this is my last value. Last pointer value is on 5, I pointer is on 3, and num2 also I'll draw here 2, 5 and 6. 0, 1, 2. This is my j pointer value. So now we are checking how we are comparing. We are comparing the values of I and j. So we are comparing 3 and 6. Which one is greater? Num1 greater than num2. Is this condition true? No. Num2 is greater, so else part will work. In num1 of last, we are putting the value of num2. So here I am putting 6. Got it? And every time I am decreasing the value of last variable. So that means now my last will go to 4. So I'll cut here. This is my last value, index 4. So now, and also I have to decrement the value of j, because this I have already compared. Now I will compare the next value. So this is my j value. So I'm comparing 3 and 5. So what will happen? What will happen? Which value is greater? 5. So I will put 5 at the value of last index. Here 5 will come. Clear? Then again I am decrementing the last index value. I am decrementing the j index value. J is 0 here. And then we are comparing 2 and 3. Which one is greater? 3 is greater. So I will put array of, num1 of I value here. Here I am adding 5, sorry, 5, 6. I hope you got it. You got my point. So then I am decrementing the value of last will be index 2. I am decrementing value of I will be 1. So let's compare 2 and 2. Obviously 2 and 2 comparison, any if num1 is not greater than num2, else part will work. That means in the last we are adding num2 j value. So here I am adding value 2 and then I am decrementing the j value. So j value will not be decremented more because it is already 0. So this while loop will stop. But see, this while loop stopped. These two values were already num1, so it was present there. So no need of checking if num1 values are left or not, because we are starting from end. If some num1 value is left also, it will be done because already we are in place, we are doing it in num1, so pending values will be there. But what if there are some pending values left in num2? That we need to check. So what we will do is we will only write one additional loop, that is while j is greater than 0, if some value is left in the num2 part, we can add it in the num1 part. That we can check. If I value is already now less than 0, so in this case we can do this, decrement the value then. So got my point. Now num1 we are doing in place merge. So already if some values are there from num1, it will be there in array. But what if I has reached 0 minus 1? We cannot compare, but in num2 still values are there, so we will have to write this loop. I hope you have understood the concept of merging the sorted array in depth. And this is the code that I've written in Python. I'll just run it for you guys. You can go through this code. It is the same code that I explained to you. It is just written in programming. I'll add it to GitHub so that you can access the code. And this is the lead code solution. So I will add the lead code solution in my GitHub. I hope whatever I explained you is clear for you. I am running this series. You can subscribe to my channel so that I can make more such content. And if there is any demand of a programming question to be solved, I will try to solve that also. Please support me. Thank you. Like, share and subscribe.